Hello everybody, my name is Jennifer Maker and it's a beautiful day to show you how to make a glitter iron-on vinyl shirt on the Great Maker Show and Tell. Iron-on vinyl shirts are so fun to make, and glitter iron-on, oh my, it is just so pretty. But the beauty comes at a price, and it can be tricky to cut it out and apply it onto your shirt. But not to worry, I'm going to show you how to do it step by step from beginning to end by making this gorgeous heart mandala shirt with you. So iron-on vinyl, which is also known as heat transfer vinyl or HTV, you might see it called, is a special type of vinyl that has a heat-sensitive adhesive that will stick to fabric and other surfaces when you press it down with a heat source. Iron-on vinyl comes in a variety of colors, patterns, and textures to create a unique and completely personalized pattern for your t-shirt. Now, glitter iron-on vinyl is one of the most popular types of iron-on vinyl because it's sparkly and shiny, little glam, and a lot of bling. So it's very popular and very fun to make things with. So to make our glitter vinyl iron-on shirt, I'm going to use Cricut glitter iron-on vinyl, which I adore. I have a variety of colors over here. You can use any color. Just go for high contrast for the best effect. I recommend a light colored glitter iron-on vinyl with a darker shirt, just like I've done here, or vice versa, like I've done on the baby shirt over here. Now, the shirt itself can be cotton or polyester or any combination of those. This maroon shirt here is a Hanes Nano V-neck, which is made of 100% cotton, and it's super comfy, if I do say so myself. This is a nice one, and that's what we use for our tutorial. But any shirt will work. I got these shirts here at my local craft store. Now, you're also going to need a weeding tool to remove all of the extra parts on your vinyls that you don't want to transfer to your shirt, plus a way to actually transfer it, such as an iron or a heat press. Now, I'm going to use the Cricut EasyPress, which works like a champ, and I'm going to show you the exact settings that I used for it. You're also going to want a pressing pad like the Cricut pad here in the front, or even a folded towel if you don't have that. If you do want to use a light colored vinyl like I have here, I have a really, really awesome trick to show you that's going to make weeding this light vinyl so much easier on your eyes, because the cut lines in light vinyl can be hard to see. Now, for this trick, you're going to want a basic ballpoint pen like a Bic or a Papermate, and I'm going to show you how to do this later in this video. Beyond this, all you need is a way to cut your glitter iron-on vinyl, such as a Cricut cutting machine. You're also going to want a green standard grip mat and the fine point blade. And that's it. I'm excited to show you how to make this really pretty glitter iron-on shirt. So let me show you where to find my free heart mandala pattern, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to cut, weed, and apply the glitter iron-on vinyl to your shirt. Step 1, get an iron-on decal for your shirt. Make, buy, or find a decal design for your glitter shirt. You can get my intricate heart mandala decal from my blog at jennifermaker.com/284. Just go to the red bar at the top and look for libraries. Then either click get a password if you don't yet have one, or click enter the library. You can find the pattern by searching the page for design 284 and then click it to download the file. Step 2, cut the glitter iron-on vinyl. Let me show you how to cut the glitter iron-on vinyl for this project on a Cricut cutting machine. First, upload the SVG cut file that you downloaded in Step 1 to Cricut Design Space. If you're unsure how to unzip and upload SVG files, please watch my SVGs Made Simple training series at jennifermaker.com/SVGS. Now, my heart mandala design is sized to fit a woman's t-shirt at 9 inches square. To resize the image to fit a standard t-shirt using a Design Space shirt template, click on the Template tab on the left column and search for or scroll down to select a t-shirt template. Select the type and size of t-shirt in the top menu. Then click and drag the heart design over the t-shirt template. Drag the handle in the lower right corner of the image box to resize the heart and fit it to the template. Now, it can be very hard to see the cut lines on glitter iron-on vinyl, especially the light stuff, but I have a trick. You can draw the cut lines with a ballpoint pen before cutting. This trick works with most iron-on vinyls that are mirrored because the lines are drawn on the back adhesive side and then are never seen. And no, it won't transfer and bleed onto your shirt. To draw lines, duplicate your heart mandala image in Design Space by clicking on the image and selecting Duplicate at the top of the Layers panel on the right. Now click on the new layer and select Pen from the Operations menu at the top of the screen. Now you have a basic cut layer and a pen layer. Select both by shift-clicking on both layers on the right side, and then click on a line at the top and select Center. Both layers will now be lined up perfectly. Now, with both images still selected, click on Attach at the bottom of the Layers panel in the right corner. Now, all we need to do is draw and cut. Click the green Make It button in the upper right corner. Be sure to toggle the Mirror tab on because all iron-on designs must be mirrored before you cut them. And feel free to move your image on your cutting mat, which can be useful if you want to move it away from the edge, as I am here. Just click, hold, and drag to reposition it on your cutting mat. When you're ready, click the green Continue button. Now set your materials and tools. Click on Material Settings and search for Glitter Iron-On Vinyl. Select it and then click More Pressure to ensure it cuts all the way through. And now you are all set. When prompted to load your tools, insert a standard ballpoint pen in the pen holder if you're drawing the cut lines. That will help you with the weeding. If your pen needs a snugger fit, just wrap the lower part of the pen with a little painter's tape or washi tape. And no, this will not void your warranty. Make sure your pen is not touching the mat. It should float just above the mat. Place your iron-on vinyl shiny side down on your cutting mat. You can see how one side is dull and one side is shiny. The dull side is the adhesive side of your iron-on vinyl, the side you want to cut. The shiny side is the carrier sheet. You don't want to cut through that side. So putting the shiny side down and the dull side up on your mat means you'll be able to cut the correct side. If you're having any issues telling which side is which, you can try peeling back a tiny corner to identify the vinyl side and make sure that is the side that's facing up. Glitter iron-on vinyl can be hard to stick to the mat if it has any curl, so feel free to tape it down to your mat with a little painter's tape or masking tape. Just be sure your tape doesn't wrap around the edges of your cutting mat or overlap your design. That's why I repositioned my design on my cutting mat and to move it closer to the center. With your glitter iron-on vinyl on your cutting mat, just load your mat into your machine, press the flashing button, and for this super intricate design, it takes about 25 minutes to cut it all out. Double that time if you're also drawing the design with a pen. And here's what your glitter iron-on vinyl will look like when you use the pen to outline the cut lines. Isn't that cool? Let's compare that with what it looks like when you don't draw the pen lines. See how much harder it is to see those lines? They really make a difference. Step 3, weed the glitter iron-on vinyl decal. Now it's time to weed your glitter iron-on vinyl. Weeding is the process of removing all of the pieces of vinyl that you don't want to transfer to your shirt. Now feel free to keep the vinyl on the mat while you weed, as the sticky mat will help it stay in place while you work. Remove all of the background vinyl bits that you don't want on your shirt. It helps to have a copy of the design nearby to refer to. On the heart mandala design, we want to keep the parts in black and weed or remove all of the other parts. Start by peeling the unwanted vinyl on the cut non-shiny side off of the shiny carrier sheet. You want all the bits that you want to keep to stay on the carrier sheet. You can use a weeding tool to help you separate the layers as you need it. Now, as you weed, move all the little discarded bits to the side and away from your work area so they don't get all mixed up and messy. And be patient. Use your weeding tools to help you lift the little pieces. It helps to start pulling up pieces by placing the tool along the cut edges and corners and then pull up on the vinyl. Weeding takes about an hour for this heart mandala design. It's pretty intricate, but simpler designs can go much faster, while more intricate designs can take several hours. No, I'm not even kidding. Trim your decal and remove the outer edge. Step 4, transfer the vinyl to your shirt. Now pre-wash your shirt without fabric softener or just make sure you're using a shirt that's pre-shrunk to avoid disappointment later. Place your t-shirt on a firm surface such as a Cricut Easy Mat Press or a folded towel. Do not use an ironing board as it will cause uneven heating and it's just not firm enough. Pull up the Cricut Heat Guide from jennifermaker.com/EasyPress to check the settings for your shirt and your vinyl. For example, if you put in glitter as your heat transfer material and 100% cotton as your base material, and then select the Cricut EasyPress mat and click Apply, the Heat Guide tells you to set your EasyPress to 330 degrees Fahrenheit and to preheat the shirt for 5 seconds. Now, if you're using a household iron, put your iron on a setting between cotton and linen for the best results. Once your shirt is preheated, place the iron-on decal on the shirt with the shiny side facing up, so the adhesive layer is directly against the shirt. Now, to get your decal centered on the shirt, you'll want to find the shirt's center. Now, it's easy on this shirt because of the V-neck. The point of the V is in the center. But if you have a crew neck shirt, what you can do is fold the shirt in half and crease it to find the center. If you're using Cricut iron-on glitter vinyl with a cotton shirt as I am, you can just lightly press the decal by placing your EasyPress directly on the carrier sheet and shirt like this. If you're using a household iron or you have a polyester shirt, you'll want to cover your decal with a piece of parchment paper or a Teflon sheet first, and then press to protect your iron or your shirt either way. And if your iron or EasyPress does not fully cover the decal, as I know it's fairly large, press a third of the design for 20 seconds with light pressure without sliding your heating source around on it. So just do it in patches. Once pressed, flip your t-shirt over and add more heat to the back. It'll be about 15 seconds if you're using the EasyPress with the same settings as me. When the carrier sheet and vinyl feel cool to the touch, peel the shiny carrier sheet off. If areas of the design lift up after applying, replace the carrier sheet and repress for 10 seconds or until the vinyl sticks. Don't be afraid to reheat your vinyl if it's not sticking the first time. I'm using my mini EasyPress here to reheat that bit of vinyl because it's just so small and it's really easy to do. But you are, of course, welcome to put your iron or your EasyPress back onto your vinyl to heat it. And that's all there is to it. Isn't this really, really pretty? I know you're going to enjoy doing this project. Isn't this ballpoint pen tip so amazing? It makes it so much easier to see and weed glitter iron-on vinyl, especially the light colored one. Now, I only recommend this technique for iron-on vinyl, but it works really well. Now, if you use a white or light colored shirt like I have up here, and you're at all worried about the ballpoint ink transferring, it doesn't. I tested it for you. I got in really close. I could see no evidence of any ballpoint ink transferring whatever. It's a super easy and fun tip. Now I have one more tip for you on how to care for your glitter vinyl shirt so that the vinyl stays stuck on it. So watch for that at the very end of this video. Now, if you have any questions about how to make a glitter iron-on t-shirt, I want to help you. I love helping. Please leave your question below this video or come on over to my Cricut Crafters group at jennifermaker.com/CricutCrafters. We have many, many t-shirt makers over there who would be happy to point you in the right direction if you get stuck. There's also some really great inspiration photos over there of their shirts as well. Now, if you don't yet have a Cricut cutting machine but really want one, I give one away every month. You can enter for your chance to win your very own Cricut cutting machine at jennifermaker.com/Cricut giveaway. And that's it for today. Don't forget to stay tuned for my little tip on how to take care of your shirt. And until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love. All right, so my last tip for this project is how to care for your glitter iron-on vinyl shirt. First, don't wash it for at least 24 hours. That gives the iron-on vinyl time to cure and for its adhesive to sink into the fibers of your shirt. Second, turn your shirt inside out before you wash and dry it. This is going to protect the edges of your design, which can get like rubbed and scraped by other things in your washing machine, zippers and stuff like that. I also recommend that you wash your glitter iron-on shirt in cold or warm water and not hot water because that heat can weaken the adhesive on your vinyl. And for the same reason, use a mild detergent. Don't use anything that will whiten or fight stains or is green because those are all pretty strong and they can damage your vinyl. And I actually think it's best to hang dry vinyl shirts, but most of us don't have time for that. So when you do put it into a dryer, just make sure you do it on the delicate or the low setting. And finally, if you need to iron your shirt, keep it inside out to iron it when you take it out of the dryer, or put something over the vinyl like a piece of parchment paper or even just a piece of cotton fabric. Do not iron on the vinyl directly as it can burn the vinyl. And if you still notice that your iron-on vinyl is separating from your shirt after you wash and dry it, simply press the material back in place again, following the application instructions in this tutorial. And if you follow these tips, your iron-on shirt is going to last for a very, very long time.